In case you missed it, I'm back on my Coin Lady channel. The events of July 13th will once again be remembered as a watershed moment in human history. The announcement that XRP was not a security was made on July 13th. The nearly assassination of President Trump occurred on July 13th. In today's video, I will demonstrate to you, ladies and gentlemen, how Ripple and XRP will become a component of the next financial infrastructure that you are already familiar with. The U.S. Department of Treasury paper, however, will be presented next. This might be old news to some of you. But if you haven't, you should. And if you have a look at how many of you can tell me how accurate this was? You may be asking why this hasn't been put into action yet. Am I correct? There's no way. 10 XRP of $2,100 is happening at once. Okay, then, let's jump right in. Have you seen that? I don't even know where to begin describing how terrible this would have been if this had occurred. The United States and the world would have been in a state of perpetual civil war. Please share your thoughts on the matter in the comments below. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say if you did pass, but I am grateful nevertheless. That was not the case. The next step is to observe what happens next. This has never happened before. Take this scenario, Trump is assassinated. To start, I couldn't care less about what you have to say, because this is all prearranged. Nothing you say about a lone wolf with a mental illness acquiring a sniper rifle, climbing a roof, and defeating a multi-year CIA operative working undercover makes any sense whatsoever. Thus, it is likely that additional details will be forthcoming on this matter. That is all I have to say, though. Oh, I see. The world has gone completely insane, and here we are, living in it. Even today, the New York Times prominently features Trump, claiming that he has forsaken America and failed leadership tests. In November, he must be rejected by the voters. By the way, you are aware that this article has been sponsored by an anonymous billionaire or someone with similar wealth. Yesterday, the man was on the verge of death. They even came back the following day to advise him to turn him down. I mean, come on, if Trump loses this year with 190.9%, he's going to end up with 99.99%. He will emerge victorious even if he loses the civil war. I am merely stating that. There will be a civil war, and I won't play the video since I know you've all seen it. Avoiding a copyright strike is my first priority. I thought this was insane. Next, we will discuss Trump's role. People who were collaborating with Trump are now defecting to Ripple. Here is the PDF from the U.S. Department of Treasury, and I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So, I ask that you be patient with me. A monetary system that generates chance for economic growth. And keep in mind that they are aiming to create a fair playing field among 200 economies so that they may all communicate with each other and unleash the Internet of Value, which has never been done before. To President Trump, this report was sent. Additionally, the United States financial system is governed by Executive Order 13772, which outlines fundamental concepts. So, there was this guy named Craig Phillips who had a 9-year stint at BlackRock, 13 years at Morgan Stanley, and nearly 3 years as a counselor to the U.S. Department of Treasury Secretary. This PDF also includes his name. Everything was prepared and ready to be presented to Donald Trump. The Treasury has been rather forthright in its belief that a private sector-led payment system can be an innovator and the basis for the world's most cutting-edge payment system. From the very beginning, I have said this. Ripple was sued, and they required time. They are aware that Ripple is a US-based corporation and are seeking to take advantage of that fact. China controls most of the Ethereum and Bitcoin transactions, and no country close to us has any influence over these cryptocurrencies. You had better hope that this entity stays put and doesn't get a hold of your valuable asset, like XRP, when it's poised to unleash the Internet of Value. To a large extent, that was its essence. Oh, and just wait until the show ends, else, everyone will lose out on this once-in-a-lifetime chance. I can't stress this enough, that trick where you don't even bother to try to grasp it. The private sector, he said emphatically, will be the driving force behind this. Leave a comment telling me what you think about this. You might assume it's a coincidence that Craig Phillips joined Ripple immediately after he departed. He immediately becomes a member of Ripple after departing from the US Department of Treasury. After that, he becomes a board member for Ripple. Also, the policy leadership bench gets a little more substantial with his addition. Do you recall that we discussed having that roster? When it comes to the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a whole, Ripple has the greatest roster. And that's why XRP will eventually lose value. Full Bitcoin keeps sitting. You can make as much fun of me as you want, but I will always know, in this side, I shall be laughing uncontrollably. I am alive in this wild moment. Changes are occurring in the financial infrastructure. And on that, the entire world revolves. Am I correct? I can't believe it. Now we learn that the President of America was on the verge of being assassinated. Now that Trump is out of office, I still don't understand. Imagine the alternative scenario. That is a tragic time, as you are well aware. There ought to be no votes for the United States. Trump ought to romp to victory in this election. I hate to say it, but the other side is revolting. Plot of criminal law. Whatever you want to call them, they're all crooks. However, there comes a tipping point beyond which some of these groups and organizations become utterly malevolent. And they are the specific people I'm referring to. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I'll see you later.